Test, test, test. Can you hear me, Blake? Hello.
Put some gut in it.
Brrr.
You have that one at the preferably for more than less would be ideal.
Corey says everybody hold tight. We're about to start.
Test, test.
Well, good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone here for our first farm sale we've hosted since we've been in Fredericksburg. We've got a list of consigners here that are honestly very close friends and good buddies and have been for a long time. We used to sell together in Lubbock at the gathering, and it feels good to get these guys back for another opportunity to sell pigs, and what a set they brought, I think. So we'll get started with the preview. Josh Campbell and Todd Byers are going to commentate for us today, and we'll roll through them as fast as we can. Thank you.
First lot in here is Stork Livestock. The blue bear is tag 6. He'll be 6 in the sale order tomorrow. Still standing, Trick Daddy. Just to go over Macon, I think a guy that is just incredible in terms of being a livestock mind and putting animals together. Not only in the goat deal, but I think his passion, it shows when he's putting these pigs together. I can speak personally. My daughter's shown quite a few from him and had a lot of success, and he drops in this blue bear, and I think to prove a point in terms of quality that he's got, animal kind of speaks for itself, covers the big traits, very, very high quality Stork Livestock.
Next in, we should have a trio here from Powell Livestock and Josh Powell, another one, very good friend of ours. Got to know Josh there while we were on the same judging team at A&M, and Josh does as well as anybody. He drops in 3 belted ones here, and I think the quality is tremendous. First one we'll talk about there, I think, is going to be tag number 7. Who's got tag number 7 there? Okay. Right there in the middle of the ring, young man in the gray shirt and the red hat's going to have lot number 7. That's going to be his leadoff. That pig there is a wake-up call, tricked out, never before. Those of you that know Josh and know his stuff know that these belted ones, typically, if Josh brings these things out to a sale or they go to a show, I can tell you he's as hard on these things as anybody. That one there looks like he has the build and the look and the pattern to be a very, very good big one that's just going to do nothing but continue to get denser and just man up as he continues and goes. Love that thing's build, love his look, love his body. The black front-legged bear there is going to be tag number 23. That's going to be his second round bear. That bear there is a one-way heavy hitter. No stranger. Josh can tell me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty certain that heavy hitter, no stranger, Sal, would be a litter mate to those bears at Houston a couple years ago that would have won the middle division, if I'm not mistaken, and then another heavyweight class winner. Pair of pigs that were just absolutely exceptional. That no stranger sow originated at Laird's. Those things feed extremely well. We fed one out of that sow last year as well that did a tremendous job. That bear there, his look and comfort and density of skeleton is awfully, awfully neat. I suggest checking that one out there. And then his third round one's going to be lot number 36, another 27 litter pig, mate to his leadoff. There, wake up call, tricked out, never before. And I think once again, I think follows the type and kind of what his litter mate does there as well. Neat looking, good in his lines, comfortable in his build, good body type of show bear. I think 3 very neat ones here from Powell Livestock. Next in is going to be the crew from JDF, and once again,
a family that does a tremendous job. Jared and his dad Dwight kind of put these things together. Kenzie's certainly one that makes everything roll, though. I think we could all agree with that. But Jared's been as hot as anybody the last couple years in putting these things together, and it doesn't matter what breed it is. We got a Berkshire and we got a Chester here, and certainly a name you heard called for CTBR standings each and every show, and yet too at the same point in time they're not just winning CTBR classes, they're winning breeds and getting pieces of things. I think he brings an exceptional pair here. His leadoff's going to be the Berkshire pig there that Cole's on. That one's going to be a Outlaw About Time on Jet Black's mom, and if I'm not mistaken, if I read that right on Facebook, I think that bear there goes back to that sow that was reserved supreme there at Kerrville a couple years ago. There, that thing's got a neat look, and I think if you're looking to run in this Berkshire deal, that's one a guy certainly needs to gravitate towards. His look and proportion, comfort level, once again, square and genuine at the ground, stoutness feature, neat show bear there. The Chester that Kenzie's on there is going to be lot number 22. That one will be a homer and on a stretch, Sal. That homer bore's down there at Jarrett's. We used that thing this time. That bore's done a tremendous job as well. That one, another one in terms of width and squareness all the way through his skeleton. Good body, draws up exceptionally well on his lines. Got an extremely good kind of hind leg and a neat look about him. I think another high-quality Chester bear there as well. Very good pair here from JDF Livestock. Once again, Berkshire's tag 5, Chester's tag 22.
I got drawn to talk my own stuff. C-Bar Livestock here. The tag 4 and tag 35 are litter mates there. 63 litter, Not My Monkey dime bag. These are ones that I'm proud of that we're making because they go back 3 generations of stuff that we've made. Their mother actually, Todd and his crew showed there last summer up in the Midwest and had a little bit of success. They need to fill up just a little bit. But getting hogs that I like in terms of being square and immature and everything going in the right direction, particularly for this breed. And then the other one there, lot 21, she's a Not My Monkey party animal. That party animal sow is actually one that I bought from Cassidy Hayes. When Laney there won the Kerrville there, Cassidy had a spot that was reserved, and I thought a lot about that one and wanted to tie into her. So the great grandmother of that one is I guess the grandmother of that one ties back into Cassidy's stuff. But hogs that I'm proud of in terms of this breed, just being immature and square, right kind of running gear, things of that nature that I think are important in this particular breed. Evaluate them for what they are.
Next up is going to be the crew from Lights Out Livestock and the Herber family here in right here in Fredericksburg, and family that certainly is no stranger to the show ring. Had a lot of success and showed a lot of their own pigs over the years as well, and gotten along extremely well. They bring us a pair of red ones here, and if I'm not mistaken, I think these pair are mates. I think they're both 11 litter pigs. The one in the middle of the ring right now, the darker colored one there, I believe that's tag number 8. That one's going to be an all-the-way jump man, and that all-the-way boar's had a tremendous run up in the Midwest there this year, and it's because of pigs like that in terms of pattern and build and just how they grow and how they mature and continue to bulk. That thing's built for the long haul. I think that's an awfully neat show bearer. It's got the right kind of maturity pattern, a tremendous look, a tremendous build, still very stout in terms of his features and big in his feet. I think that's a very neat kind of bearer there, and the darker colored one, it's going to be tag number 8. His Littermate brothers, tag 38 there. One once again a little bit lighter in terms of his pigment. I think follows the type and kind of his mate there in terms of look and function and build as you study him there, maybe even just a shade more elevated as you study him up front, but certainly another one that's got some feature, got the right kind of width, the right kind of squareness, function, and maturity pattern there. I think a nice pair here to lead us off into our Lights Out Livestock consignments here this evening. We'll drop in another pair here from Lights Out Livestock. Should have a Berkshire and another red one. And we'll start talking about that Berkshire there. That's going to be their second round pig. That one's going to be lot 24. Top hand, top shelf. So line bred pedigree there that gets as good as it can there in the Berkshire deal. And that looks like a very neat little Berkshire show bear. We don't have a lot of them in those in the sale, but I think the ones we have here this evening look like they're of the utmost quality. That one's extremely well proportioned. He's got shape and muscle. He's broad in his build underneath. Still got a good cage in him. Classification wise, I think he fits extremely good there. Easy feeding type of show bear there in lot number 24 there from Lights Out Livestock. The bigger red bear here looks like one that could show a little bit earlier in terms of where he's at. He's going to be lot number 37. He'd be a no vacancy. Here's the deal. That no vacancy boar would be a one that originated up there at the Bedecker firm. And I think, once again, I think if you're looking for a bigger one, Fort Worth, Hill Country District type deal, even Denver, I think that particular bear there fits extremely well. Love his stoutness of skull. He's big and broad up high. Got a loose kind of hind leg constructed in him with a big cage. Another nice pair here from Lights Out Livestock and the Herber family. Next up is going to be our pair from Byers Farms that we happen to bring, and got a little variation in size. Obviously, told Corey we wanted to bring one out of our next set here. We kind of sold through bears up there in that first set and wanted to grab something and bring, and we grabbed what's going to be our lot 2 bear here. 19-4, going to be a Not Afraid, No Stranger Crickets. That sow's done very well for us. She made several sailmakers, or not sailmakers, but pairs that placed at Fort Worth last year. Had an extremely good pig that went to Denver. Unfortunately, I liked him a little more than what the guy judging did, but that's okay. That sow's done well. I think that little bear there has got a bright future. Like I said, that's the first one we grabbed out of this set. He's a young guy, so he's not real big, but I think that one still feeds into February extremely well. Could even be a heavyweight one in March if that's what you want to do. But I just love that thing's skull shape. I love his bone. I love his look and presence and his proportion and how everything goes together. The gilt there that Zane's on, she's going to be a litter mate. She was actually the one that we originally had slated to go to the deal in Montgomery the other night, and decided we just end up coming here. This is a gilt that we've had set back for kind of a special event here for a while, and one we have a lot of faith in. She would be a blue collar back on Big Screen Sow. That Big Screen Sow would have made the reserve bear at San Antonio there last year for the Huffaker family. This is just her second litter. The way those grow out of that sow, she's ideal and where she needs to be at right now. A little greener in a maturity pattern, but I think one that's skeleton is built so neat. She's got the right kind of look, presence. Looks like a very good big one when that point in time comes. Come February, whether you want to show her here at the Grandstand Hill Country District deal, I think she fits extremely well into San Antonio, Kerrville type time frame as well. So those are our two from Byers Farms. Lot number 2's the Little Yorkshire is going to be our leadoff. The gilt's going to be tag number 19, blue collar, big screen.
Biggs Livestock coming out next. The male pig will be lot 3 there, and then the gilt will be lot 20. Mates, Not Afraid, No Stranger Crickets. No, excuse me. Not Afraid, No Intro Prison Rules is their pedigree. I know that the sow behind this one has put a lot there in terms of cell makers and making high-quality livestock. She's been around there for Biggs and his firm for a long time, so that speaks to something. They drop them in and analyze them, and I think just things that you have to love in a rare combination of animals that are stout in terms of their skull shape and their front arm and how big they are at their ankle, but then hogs that get out and move and flex and get around the ring the way that they need to. And I think combining that kind of stoutness with a running gear like that is very hard to do, and I think they've done a good job with it. The male pig, obviously, now we're having a blue division there at San Antonio. I think that one's value was high just for what he was, and then now we have a specific breed at a Texas major for his color and what he fits, and I think his value just goes up in terms of that. And then the gilt, I think that one's very, very intriguing to me because in terms of the value, not only from her, if you were to retain her and breed her diversity of what she could make, and then just her quality. I mean, you drop that thing in terms of perfect color, perfect build, just incredible from the side in terms of what she does and how she gets about the ring. I think two very, very high quality livestock, two that Biggs was anxious to bring out and offer. Very, very good pair.
First ones of ranges will be 61 litters. These are Not Afraid albino rhinos. Just a few quick comments on this sow. She's young. We're excited about what she's bringing to the table from the standpoint of just making feedable pigs. We just got these out of the nursery 5 days ago. They are both of these. That sow would have made the boar that stands there at the 3s. That is same damn time. Also, the Champion Light Cross at Parker County in their first litter there. We've got a lot of faith in this pedigree here.
The animals that are in here are the bears, male pigs. They're 10, lot 10 and lot 28 will be how they sell tomorrow. And just to talk the livestock, I mean, obviously we've seen the the Not Afraid deal here a few times with other consigners, and when you just look at them in terms of just their quality, I think just animals that are built so good from the side. I love their skull shape. I love how their shoulders laid back in them, and hogs that have good running gear. Obviously, these ones set down and getting going in terms of getting their feet and legs under them, but doing it that quick. And then you combine that, just their quality, with them being solid white ones. I think, man, those things are so hard to find. And then when you have a good one, it seems like it's easy and fun when you get to the show there, when you get on the top end of them and see how it sorts out. I think their quality, the way you read them and their quality and their future, I think you'll be right there with them there in the end.
So the one smaller there that's closer to the camera right now, that's going to be tag number 10. And then the one here on the back side, Cole's going to grab on the mud stick here, is going to be tag number 28.
Next pigs in here will be a trio of Poland's, two male pigs and a gilt. There'll be two of them are 62 litters, and then there's a lone 63. The first one in there is a 63-2. That male pig is the lone one we pulled out of the nursery here for this litter. Those are Step Ahead, Johnny Cash. Then the 62s, there's a male pig and a gilt. Those are Step Aheads as well. Their mother would be a due process sow that would have made our the foundation female that we donated for Texas Elite last year. That was her gilt litter. That was a really good litter of pigs in her first time through the crates. But on the gilt, we have 3 gilts in our offering. Our gilts are we're going to bid them to own them. If you just want to lease them, it's going to be half that price. And so if you bid to own, you can choose that, or if you want to just lease the gilt for showing rights, then it'll be half the winning bid price. So we have I think tag number 18 is the gilt. She's in the center, and then the male pigs I believe are 29 and 30. I'll let these guys discuss them.
Well, I think the obvious thing that Poland gilt hits the ring, and I think whatever your intentions are there of winning a scholarship at San Antonio, or you want to take and own one and be able to cash her in a little bit later in life, or take her home breeder, whatever you want to do, that thing certainly needs to be on a short list for something like that. That type of look and presence with that kind of shape, that density of hair coat, that density of skeleton, all wrapped up into one of this color and this particular breed, doesn't come along very often. And then she continues to add to it. That thing is so long-hipped and so good in terms of her function to her rear leg. That's an awfully neat kind of a Poland gilt. If that's your flavor and what you're wanting to do come this feeding season, I'd suggest looking in on that particular lot right there. Cole, which one are you going to bring across right there? What tag is he? 30. Okay. Cole's going to try to bring out tag 30 here. That's going to be the 63 litter bearer there. One that's maybe got a little more white on his face, maybe is easier way to distinguish him there on the camera. If you haven't ever fed a Poland from Rains, I will tell you they are hogs that have the right maturity pattern. They are hogs that have the right look and presence, and they continue to bulk and stouten and do what they need to do as good show pigs. These 2 show bearers that are out here fit that extremely well. We'll talk about one later that's coming that probably is a little further along, but these 2 got a unique look in terms of their presence, their function of their skeleton, the right kind of maturity pattern. The darker colored one here, more towards the center of the ring now, is going to be tag 29. That thing's got a very interesting look and build up front, still got shape, still got muscle. Once again, right kind of maturity pattern. I think three nice ones there to start us off in the Poland offering, Rains Livestock.
Next in will be some of the 60 litters. We've got those broken into a couple of pens here. 60s are widespreads. Sow is a 99 BKS. She would have been a 58 from a couple of years ago. That sow, this is her first time through the crates for us, but she is we're really excited about what she's done here in her first litter and look forward to working with her in the future. Her mate sister would have been reserve middle division. Crossbred gilt there at Elite a couple of years ago, and a litter mate brother won a class at Denver for Reese Huffaker.
Tag
13 Calico going across there, I guess I'll take a step back and talk about the mother of the 60s. I had the opportunity to judge Kerrville there a few years ago, and I believe a littermate gilt that I still remember in my mind because she was a limp away from probably winning the show. As unique as an individual as I can remember with those ones that won there, just in terms of stoutness, and everything was so good. I think a little bit of injury kind of derailed the plans there at how she was going to get along, but obviously these things come in here, and I can see a lot, especially there in that off-belted barrow. But the Calico one that if you know Reigns' crossbreds and what they do and what they mature into, those things will not be not stout. Those things are incredibly powerful. Their skull shape is always good. The density of their skeleton's amazing. Their center, he's really, really close to hitting a big one, and perhaps that one's here in this go-round. But the Calico, a very, very unique look, and then his proportions are extremely good. Then we get the wide-belted one here, the white-tailed one. Tag 45 there, one that looks like maybe in this contemporary group in pins that has a little more gas in them in terms of his end point, probably showing earlier there in the winter and spring. But again, just from a proportion standpoint, when you analyze these things, they're just so good. They balance up incredibly well from the profile, and then we all know it takes 3 steps in the Texas major sort pin of where you're going to go, and I think these things have the density and stoutness to do it. And then the off belt over there, lot 12, I guess, that one hits me really, really hard. I think just in terms of knowing how these things feed and what they need to look like, there's no doubt that thing's going to be incredibly stout, and then you analyze them down load, and I think that's the biggest sort on these crossbreds. Where his feet hit, the strength of his pasterns, the functionality of his rear leg is incredibly good. I think a very, very good pin of them. This one stands out to me in this particular group, but all high-quality livestock that balance up really good, and you know they go back to high-quality mothers and good genetics back in their pedigree.
You got to get on the 58 for lot 1. Next in will be the 58 litters, and we're going to bring them out in just 2 of them. Guys, just bring 2. There, bring that pair. Crockett, leave that one. So starting out here, we'll have starting the 58s, and we've got the 58s would be a step ahead, and their mother is a sow we're extremely excited to build around. She's a coming in hot that was champion at San Antonio for Cole there in 24, and as well at Elite. I've really been excited about these guys since they were on the sow, and I'll let these guys discuss what they think they see here.
Well, for those of you that are Facebook stalkers, this is a pig that just hit the ring that Corey put up there couple days ago, and I'll be honest, when he put him up, I was it kind of gave me some warm feelings in my belly there. I've got a boy that likes to show these type of colored ones, and that one there is an awful good pig. I was excited to get down here and see him. Corey showed him to me in the back earlier, and I don't know what your plans are for that particular pig. Is he one that needs castrated? Is he one that needs to stay intact? I don't know for there, but I think that's good livestock. That one is incredibly stout at the ground, and yet for one that is that stout, he is so comfortable, and his joints are clean. They read right. They read flexible, and they read loose. He's got a boar-type skull, but yet he's still got a neat look ahead of his blade. He's got shape and spread and width where he needs to. That's a very unique Poland animal, a very unique animal in general, no matter what color or what ear set he is. Like I said, boar, bear, either way, that thing can do some very special things. I think a very, very neat pig, and one that we get to start off with here tomorrow that I think represents the offering extremely well. And that's to not take anything away from the 17 Guild here that comes in right there behind him. I think another one there, I believe, is a litter mate, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, another one that a lot like her brother in terms of just her width and her stoutness at the ground, her body shape. She comes with more punch when you get right up on the top side of her skeleton, and you step in behind her, but yet still has the same look, the same pattern, the same build. Once again, if you're in the market for a Poland show gilt to be able to campaign here this winter, might ought to look in and grab a hold of one here. One you can cash in when it's all said and done, or maybe one you take home, be the next Poland breeder here that steps up. I think a very neat pair here from Rains Livestock. Once again, that's the leadoff male pigs, tag 1. The Guild in there with him is his littermate sister, tag number 17. We go ahead and drop in another mate here, and wanted to be able to be able to get a good look at these other two, and the quality of this litter just keeps coming, and probably one here that's a little further along in terms of flesh and maturity, even than maybe what his mate brother is that's standing out here with him. But I think he still resembles him in terms of his quality of look, his stoutness of build, the function of his skeleton. I think another neat kind of a show bearer there gives you a good look. I think one that probably shows a little earlier rather than later in terms of maybe what your endpoint might be, but nonetheless, I think a good show bearer that's got a bright future ahead of him, one that's wide and square and genuine, got body shape, got muscle, good type of balanced Poland show bearer there, and tag number 44.
Todd, I was thinking there in the back, and just the value in lot 1, just his quality and his build, and then you look at his mates that maybe have a little more punch and maybe just a little more ready in terms of muscle, but lot 1, that to me that makes him more valuable, because he's going to get it in this day and age. We're all trying to show heavyweights and do our best, and a lot of times struggle to get there. Whether that one's a boar or a bear, I think that one's incredibly good. And then when you look at his mates, I think just his build and his quality, and knowing the power he's going to get and knowing his maturity's right, I think just puts that much more value on him.
Next pin here, we'll start the 59 litters. The 59s are widespreads. We had a couple litters, those in this offering. The mother here originated from Lackey and was bought with a buddy of mine in a bred sow purchase there. She's a rusty cage, 91 litter sow, I believe. But these guys, I think, fit a wide feeding window. I'll let these guys discuss them. '14's the calico, and then '15's the traditional belt there, and
I think a unique pedigree there, widespread, rusty cage, and then the 91 litter sow. I think that my guy to my left can probably speak to more of the feedability of those pigs. I think there for a while he fed a bunch out of them. But again, just in terms of their pedigrees, very, very intriguing. And then you look at the animals phenotypically, probably a little more further along than maybe as a group in terms of what we saw earlier, in terms of their bloom and shape. But again, I don't want to reiterate things that I've said earlier too much with Corey's crossbreds, but things that I've always admired about his crossbreds is combining stoutness with still functionality. Being able to look at them and try to buy a few, and then having the ability, the opportunity to sort them. When you get out in that ring, a lot of things hit you there in terms of what they do. The Calico Bear, just in terms of his stoutness, is incredible. Probably just his length of body. I'd say that one stretches just a little further along there into spring. And then the 15, the straight belt. Looking at them, just the root of his tail, the stoutness of his skull, how big he is at the top side of his blade is very, very good. And then when he cocks off, you just see the function of his rear leg. Tons of flex. Like I said, I commend Corey for making crossbreds, like I said, that are dense and stout but still have tons of function with them. A very, very good pair, probably different endpoints on how you want to feed them, but still two very, very high-quality animals.
Yeah, I would just add, knowing the sow there is one of them 91 litter sows from Lackey, and that would actually be a full sib to Soul. Soul would have been a 44 from the very next crop there, and we actually fed a 91 litter bear. Those things feed so good, and those out of that sow line there at Jason's feed so good, and they're built like this. They're dense, they're wide, they got body, they got muscle. They're hogs that just continue and do the right things. I think that's a very, very good feeding pair there that fit the mold of what those hogs need to look like at this stage of life.
And from a sales sheet standpoint, both of them are crips. Will need to be fixed by a vet. Corey guarantees them if done so, but just making that announcement.
We drop in another pair of mates to the two that were just in here, so another pair of 59s. Once again, widespread, rusty cage. That sow there would be a full sib to Soul there that stood up there at Bobles for a short amount of time, and then ended up at Crossroads. Pair of very neat pigs here. The kind of calico Berkshire-ish marked. Maybe, I guess, if you want to talk it that way. Pig going over there, that's going to be tag number 31. 31's the calico-looking pig. 32 is going to be the belt. And once again, as we talked with that last pair that were out here, I think you come with a pair here that are probably a little more extended in terms of how they're put together. But once again, I think in terms of how they're built, where they're at from the maturity pattern, that pair feed exceptionally well. This colored up pig, kind of clown colored when it's coming across here, that one's got a very unique look and presence about him. That's a big arm and a skinny show pig, and I like his height, his shoulder, got an incredible hind leg and the right kind of shape. That one looks like one you just throw the coals to and let him roll and do his thing. That one could get awfully neat. And like I said, those of you that have an imagination can imagine what you want there on that one. The belted pig fits from a Hampshire standpoint, it appears, classification-wise, and also another one built a lot like that clown-colored pig that's out here right now, probably even a little more punch coming right there at you. But that thing's broad and square and loose and dense where he needs to be. Very neat show pig there in tag number 32 of the belted one.
Todd, I was just thinking here, I listen to a lot of sports and watch a lot of sports, and they talk about athletes having position flexibility. So I'm going to start saying these hogs that can go different ways, they have breed flexibility. Might read that calico that way.
As we get the next pin here, we'll start into the 55 litters. The 55s are out of Rooster, which is a boar there at Josh Crone's, and Peanut had a heck of a run with them solid white ones last year that I believe were all Rooster pigs. And the sow here is an old Kingpin sow, and she's got a few litters under her belt, but she still generates good pigs at her feed. We like this pair well. We've got two more coming next. I think these things should feed, knowing what that sow has done for us in the past.
'27's the blue there, a double crip, and then talking about the Rooster, I think those things. I think Josh is. We all know Josh, but in terms of just a guy that puts his head down and does things and makes hogs his way, and if it's good with you, good. If it's not, oh well. And I really, really appreciate that. And what that guy's done and put together in the last 3 or 4 years, I admire quite a bit. He goes out there and his crew and his family shows them, and man, they're just right there every single time. So the feedability, I think those are a lot of things you have to think about when purchasing these little ones. Is want them to look right, but then just the feedability and the genetics behind them, I think is very, very good. And then again, like I said earlier, with Biggs' set, he different kind of breed there at San Antonio. I think, in all honesty, I think is going to be so competitive and unique and fun to watch. And I think this one fits the mold there. The belted one there, I believe, is 47. Again, a Rooster Kingpin there. I think for a sow, that I know which sow that is, for her to be around this long and still generating and still making high-quality show pigs, you know what they are. That one, I love that one in terms of where he's at. Maybe just not as far along in terms of shape. Maybe not the cutest necked one that we see, but man, that thing's rib cage is huge. The top side of his blade is huge. Very, very, very dense animal. Right kind of running gear. It looks like the feeding kind all the way to me.
Next in is going to be another pair of mates here once again. So pedigree-wise, once again, you're looking at Rooster Kingpin. I believe the one that comes in here that's going to be tag number 46 is going to be that solid white bear that's out there, and one that once again, as we talked earlier with regards to the Yorkshire game, I think one that fits there extremely well. And once again, I think from a feeding versatility window, probably is one that could show earlier. Probably one if you want to take home and sit. Probably has the bulk and the power, and the width and squareness of skeleton to be able to do that as well. That one's still got the same feature, the same kind of presence to put those things together in a white one and make one with that kind of width, squareness, stoutness at the ground, and still have presence and muscle is a challenging thing to do. We all know that, and those things are hard to find. I think that looks like a good, big, heavyweight Yorkshire show bear somewhere that fits extremely well. His blue brother that comes out here with him, I believe, is going to be tag number 26. If I'm not mistaken, another Rooster Kingpin there, another one that we've all mentioned that being able to now have this blue division here at San Angelo at San Antone. That bear looks like one that fits February extremely well, as we've talked with those mates. Wide, square, good-bodied, good feeding type pigs that look like they just got all sorts of gas in the tank to be able to do what they need to do as they continue and go, but yet they still have shape, they still have width at this stage of the game. I think a nice pair here once again. Solid white bear is going to be tag 46. Blue bear is going to be tag 26.
Next pin here will be more of the 60 litters. and we'll bring 3 of those out. As I repeated earlier, this is this sow's gilt litter here, but we'll let these guys discuss these.
34 on the calico, 48 on the gilt.
Widespread, no problems coming in here. I'll talk the gilt first. She's another one of those that you bid to lease and then bid to own. You cut it in half if you want to lease her. Maybe for the grandstand, I guess, in terms of what you want to do. I don't know how their sales structure works or how that thing goes, but one that just incredibly striking from the side. It balances up extremely good. You read her, she's right in terms of her maturity. She's right in terms of where she needs to be, in my opinion, for a show pig in terms of conformation and muscle. A really good option there. The 33 there on the far side of the ring, the straight belted one again. You can kind of see as Corey has run his crossbreds out here, and in terms of the way you like them, and I bet if you went back there and look at his sows, it's the same way. Huge in terms of their ankle, big in terms of their arm, love their skull, and a great running gear there from behind. That one's hip and rear leg is just incredibly good. I think that's the kind that you tie in and want to feed on. And then a calico, maybe a little bit further behind, but again, a striking look. Big in terms of his shape and wide pinned, maybe a little more immature in relation to his litter mates here, but one that you know he's going to get it. Very good trio to drop in here.
Well, just thinking as we went here, and Corey kind of alerted me to it, but I was sitting here looking at this gilt thinking, man, that thing's awfully good. And Corey may not be the best at putting a sale order together. I don't know. Here he stuck a gilt here that's awfully neat right here at the end, and we're starting to sale with a Poland. So we're going a little unconventional in terms of how things go out here at Rains Livestock and the Splash. That's a very neat kind of show pig there. Once again, option to buy or lease, either one there on tag number 48, the last gilt there in the sale. Make sure you stick around all the way to the end.
We start the 54 litters next, and the 54s is a litter that I've had. I think about them a lot, honestly, because I think there's a lot of quality in this set. The 54s are out of Blue Magic, which was a little pig that Cobb sold last year to Tanner Winter there, and their mom would, in her gilt litter, made Coles Reserve Yorkshire there at Austin last year. That sow originated from Todd. She would be an absolute crickets. He can allude more to there, but I think some neat pieces in the 54s.
Drop in 39 and 40 blue male pigs here, and what are they? Blue Magic, they're absolute. You said that sow originated at Todd's, so and I think in terms of just feedability and knowing what they're going to do, I think those two guys and what they've done and what they present there at major stock shows speaks for itself. As we get it here, the tag 40 there on the far side from me. One that fits the big ring, I think, extremely well. One that looks like he's probably got a little more gas in the tank in terms of getting to an earlier show. That thing is dense and good and the right kind of build. Very good in terms of his bottom line and the right kind of hair and density that he needs. And then this one over here that's closest 39, the blue-hipped bear, one again that probably stretches a little further into the spring, depending on what you want to do and how they feed, obviously, and get going. But two high-quality ones, great pedigree, very nice pair.
Next comes in here is lot 11, and Cole's got him there towards the middle of the ring. I think one that has got a few blue dots back there on his hip, and once again, as you talk pedigree and these things, that particular sow, like Corey said, originated there with us. We sold her at King's a couple years ago, and Mark Gray bought her, and then Corey was able to purchase her from him when they got done showing her with a litter in them, and she's done well, and that sow line's done well for us. That would actually be a litter mate sister to the mother of our 9s that we had there in our first sale as well, that were definitely so well received. Man, I like this pig that just came in here. That is just a stout critter. When you start him right there at his muzzle and through his skull and chest and blade all the way back to his hip. Man, that thing's got all sorts of substance from his nose all the way to his tail and all the way to his feet. Got big, strong feet, got a good hind leg, a good rib cage laid into him there. I think a very nice kind of pig that, once again, as you talk about that blue division and where he could fit and what he gets to show against, I think he fits that extremely well, but I think still one that could show with whatever color you wanted him to because of the out there pieces that he represents. Nice kind of pig there in tag 11 in the middle of the ring that Cole's got on the stick.
Next in, we'll start the 56 litters. 56s are fast track, backdrop sow. Some guys know her around here. It took her a while to get going. We finally got some good things going in the right direction. Didn't have very many boy pigs in her life. She gave us 4 this year, so she met her year, whatever she's done in her career, all in one. But the 56 is that sow would have had Creighton second place heavy Hampshire last year at Austin, and that was the only male pig she had last year. But I'll let these guys discuss this pair.
Well, certainly those backdrop sows have always done a tremendous job, and I think they do so because they're able to put hogs together with the right kind of proportions and the right kind of look, and still combine it with real natural shape and muscle, and it makes those offspring so easy to feed because you just manage their feet and legs and manage them where you need them to go. And I think this pair fits that extremely well. The solid black bear here closest to me, Cole, what's his number? 43. Neat kind of bear there, and I think one that if you want to imagine a wide feeding window in one, I think he's one that can stretch and go to a lot of different places, or has the skeleton and the gas in the tank to be able to go a little earlier if need be there too. Big rib show bear with a big square hip and a good kind of hind leg. The tag 16s, the more traditional belted bear there, coming right under the camera right now. That one's probably got a little more look and just sharpness to him in terms of how you study him up front and you study him up high. Still the same build and width and rib cage when you get in the center portion of his skeleton. That's another one that probably looks like one that can stretch and go there into February very, very easy, or be a lighter weight one if you need to show him early. But man, I like that thing's shape, and spread up high is spread down low, still square, still loose, got a neat look with a big stout noggin up there. Neat kind of show bear there in the more traditional belted one. More traditional belted there, once again, is tag number 12. The other one is tag number 43. Excuse me, 16 on the belt. 16 on the belt, 43 on the black.
2 more mates dropping in here from the previous pair. Again, Fast Track Black Drop. Fast Track, where's he at? Moyers, right? Yep. In terms of that firm, I think you bring these in here. The 25, the off-belted one there, as he drops in the ring, like the last traditional belted one that was in here previously. Stout noggin, sharp look up front. Then you just evaluate them coming and going. They're genuine, they're square. The way you read them at the ground and match that up high. This thing's probably a little bit longer hipped, and I like the function of his rear leg. I think that's a very, very nice show pig. And then the wider belted one over there is 42, I believe. That thing is incredibly stout and dense, an animal that's got tons and tons of power. To me, he reads with one that you could show early if you wanted to sit on him just because of his density, to stretch him into February there as well. That thing is incredibly big pinned, has a really, really big rear leg. Very, very nice pair there.
This is our last pin of them here, there's 2 different litters here. There's a 54, which we've already discussed, and then there's a 57. He was the lone 57 litter male pig that she gave us. That 57 litter is a driving force, full tilt. That sow originated from Hildy. She was a class winner at San Antonio 2 years ago that Cole showed there. And we're excited to keep building around her. She's given us tons of girl pigs, and so giving us plenty of opportunity to work with her in the future in that sow line. But that will be lot 9. He's the more traditional belted, and then the wider belted one there is another 54 litter, mate to those blues. I'll let these guys talk.
We'll go and discuss the wide belted pig there first. That's tag number 41, Air Notch 54-1, Blue Magic Absolute. And we saw several of his blue littermate brothers earlier. I think he comes in the same package, just a different color. And one, once again, opened up and stout at the surface with shape and muscle, and looks like one that can get up and go if you wanted him to from a growth standpoint. Looks like he's going to be a big heavyweight type show bear, and those are hard to find. One of them ones that still has enough frame and extension and yet the right kind of build to be able to get up there to heavier weights. I think he's one that fits that extremely well. This 57 litter bear that's out here is going to be tag 9. That's the more traditional belted one. It's closest to the camera there now. Man, that thing's got shape and look and stoutness of feature. I remember that one's mama showing at San Antonio a couple years ago. Thought that thing's build and look and presence was so good. I liked a lot of things about his mama. He combines that with the absolute stoutness and feature and substance of what Driving Force is known for. That boar's had a big summer here. He was a Hilty hog, if I'm not mistaken. It stands there at Laird's, and that hog did extremely well this summer. I believe just sired Reserve Grand Bear there at Indiana State Fair just a couple days ago there. But that hog, in terms of shape, muscle, spread, he can feed as long as you want him to, but yet he's got the build. If you need to go, you can go early at the same time. Got a neat look combined with that stoutness of mug, that shape, that spread that he's got. Neat kind of show bear there to close us out. Tag number 9, the more traditional belted one, and then once again tag 41 in the wider belted bear that's out here with him. That's all of them. Appreciate you guys being here. Be sure to, if you want to come back in the back, kick them around, look through them one more time. Encourage you guys to do that. We're going to preview again tomorrow. What time, Corey? We're going to preview them at noon again tomorrow. Sale's going to be at 2. Online bidding through CCI.live as well. If you guys have any questions about any of the offering, I know you can reach out to myself, Todd Byers, Corey Raines, Josh Campbell's been discussing them here with me tonight as well. You guys have any questions about those, be sure to reach out. Delivery points anywhere, I think, from out of here as we go, so don't let that stop you. You can check out the offering on showpig.com there as well if you want to look back at pictures. Appreciate appreciate y'all being here. Everybody have a safe trip home.